welcome to another vlog. We're about 2 hours outside of Mexico City in a city called Puebla, which is a really pretty town that has a lot to offer. Also, the biggest pyramid in the entire world, bigger than the ones in Egypt even, the oldest library on this side of the world, and some underground tunnels that were dug in the 1600s that were just discovered a few years ago. And so we're going to check all those out, along with checking out a lot of the architecture of the town, because like I say, it's a really pretty city, the plaza, the center. First, before we start any of that, I want to show you this Airbnb, because when I booked this, it looked just kind of like a normal Airbnb, but normal size, you know, a little bit of good space. But I was not expecting what we got, and it's right by the city center. We're literally half a block away from the plaza, and so it's a really good location. $70 US per night, and the space you end up getting with this place is really cool. So, and the entrance is pretty unsuspecting also, so this is where you'll start. So you have the plaza right down there, that's actually the center, and then you have this little glasses store here, and this is your entrance. So once you walk through the store, you'll wind up in this little patio area here, and go up the stairs, and that will be the door right there. Have a little outdoor patio here, and into the front door. For $70 US per night, you would think, well, you know, you'd be getting something pretty decent anyway. That's a lot in Mexico for Airbnb. And so this one being half a block from the main plaza, we just kind of assumed that that's why it was that expensive, you know, is because it's just really convenient and walking distance to everything. We wasn't really expecting it to be as big as it is, and the photos in the ad on Airbnb don't really show the size of it, and so we were pretty surprised when we showed up. So I wanted to show y'all this real quick. So we start out in the kitchen, and this is a really well-stocked kitchen. We've been cooking a lot of things, so it's all kind of messy over there, but a lot of Airbnbs we go to have several things missing, you know, when you're trying to actually cook full meals, and this one has everything. So you come into here, and you have a little room here and a bathroom. It does have hot water, so that's good. And then this is the entry room right here. That's the front door that we just came in. And a second bathroom, pretty much the same setup. And in here we have a very large dining room. And a little bit further we have the main living area, a big sectional couch, and a lot of space. Netflix, movies, local TV, tall ceilings. And we come in here, and we have our first bedroom. This is a 3-bedroom, so we're just not even using this one. Just throwing some of our stuff in here. 2-bedroom here, 2-bed bedroom there. And our first actual bedroom. And check this out, California king size bed. Really tall ceilings. And that's Matt's room, which is the exact same as this room, so you can get an idea of same thing, it's just identical. And both rooms also have their own balcony. So link is in the description. Like I said, $70 US per night, half a block from the plaza and everything else. Definitely check that out if you're interested in staying in the historic district in Puebla. So we're gonna grab our bags and take off and walk down to the plaza and go from there. So this plaza was laid out in 1531 and was actually the very beginnings of this city. It was the first block laid out to even form Puebla. And so everything kind of started from here and went out from here, developing out starting in 1531. And right beside here, they started the cathedral, which was started in 1557 and took 211 years to complete. And when it was completed, it was the tallest one in all of Mexico, and some people online are saying that at the time it was the tallest one in Latin America overall. So the hours on the cathedral say that it's supposed to be closed right now. They close for a couple hours around lunch, but the gate is open and the doors are open. So I don't know, I guess we'll go see if they're open and maybe we can go in and get a look on the inside. So these bell towers are 226 feet tall. So I guess now this is technically the second tallest one in all of Mexico.
Las aguas nos hubieran sepultado, un torrente nos hubiera llegado al cuello, un torrente de aguas encrespadas. Bendito sea el Señor, porque no permite. En aquel tiempo Jesús le dijo a la multitud: si alguno quiere acompañarme,
It'd be interesting to know how this has changed over the years versus when it was built and what it looked like back in its first days. So right actually beside this cathedral, one block away from the plaza on the other side of the cathedral, is the oldest library on this side of the world. And so this library was established in 1646 and has 45,000 books in it. And it's been pretty well preserved to with the old hardwoods and everything like that from what I was seeing online. So we're gonna walk over and check this out. So when you get here, you'll come up the stairs right here, and the library entrance will be here, but you'll need to go into here and get a ticket to go in, which will be $2. One thing that's really cool about this place is not only like just seeing all of the old architecture of it and the original woodwork, but also the smell of it. You can also, it's kind of what you would expect from old books, so that's really cool. So that's pretty interesting. This whole town is just full of history. And so what we're going to go see next is this other cathedral. It's only a couple of blocks away from the main plaza, and it's supposed to be one of the most decorated cathedrals in all of Mexico. So just a couple blocks away, so we'll go check that out. And then after that, maybe we can fly the drone, get an aerial view of some of this architecture. So we didn't get to go into the most decorated part of it because there was a wedding going on, as you could see. But a little bit of a glimpse inside there. That looks pretty neat. So yeah, I think with all this architecture, looking at all this, I think I would like to launch the drone and see some of this from the air. So find us a good spot and throw the drone up in the air. And a good morning, second day of exploring Puebla, and today we're going to go see the underground tunnels. And these were dug, I believe, in the 1600s, and then kind of just forgotten about and sealed off, from what I understand, to where everybody just kind of forgot about them. Nobody really knew where they were, and over time they didn't even know if they actually even existed anymore. And then in 2016, just a few years ago, they found that they actually did exist, and now you can go in there and take tours of them. So we're gonna go there, check that out, see a little bit more history about them. So I'm gonna cue the Uber and head that way. Okay, so they don't have any available tours in English, and so maybe I can translate a little bit of the signs that's around and figure out a little bit more about it. But anyway, it was 35 pesos for entrance, so that's pretty cheap.
No, hombre, las de Guanajuato es algo desagradabilísimo. Está horrible. Está horrible. Es súper desagradable. Que está desagradable. Claro, pa.
So it looks like there's a lot of information as you go along through the tunnel on the sidewalls and the little glass boxes like you see. And they have little plaques on them that kind of describe what it is, but I can't get my translate to work, so I don't really understand any of it, but it looks like it has some tools from the era. If you speak Spanish, there's probably a lot of really good information on these little plaques on the side walls. They would say a lot about what these were for and how they were used, you know. So I guess some of these was used during the war, I guess, to move people from one spot to another throughout the town during the war. And I understood a little bit of that from some of the signs, but I didn't really understand a whole lot more. But if you come here, there's signs going down both sides that explain the history of it and, of course, the history of the town itself. And so a lot of information when you walk through if you speak Spanish. There's nothing in English. So.
Por allá, así como le estoy señalando, todo pegadito ahí.
So one thing worth mentioning that I do want to point out is that when you come out of the tunnels, it's not a loop, so you'll come out in a different place than where you started. You start there where we did in town, and when you come out of it, you'll be in the city park. So just to keep in mind, if you park somewhere down there or something, you know, you're not gonna come out in the same area. Supposedly somewhere right up here in this park is a lookout of the whole city, and you can get a really good view. So I don't know exactly what all is here, but we're gonna hike up to the top viewpoint there and see what that looks like. So I sure wasn't sure what this park was when I first saw it on Google Maps, but it's a really nice place. Once you go through the tunnels, you can just come up here. You've got a cafe and kind of an overlook of the town. There's some pretty cool views from up here. You can see a lot of the cathedrals in downtown from here. So there's also a cable car ride. I'm going to go and try to find that. And I'm not sure exactly where it goes to, but probably go hunt that down and see where that's at. And so before that, go ahead, throw the drone up and see what we can see from here. So once you get up here to the top, this park area is really big, and there's a lot of food booths, and also finding a lot of museums here. So looks like there's some kind of astrology place there and a few different museums. Those are closed right now because it's Sunday, so we might have to come back for those on a different day. But this is running though, a cable car. And right out there, you can't see it from here, but right out that way on the other side of this tree line is just like a really good view of some of the town down there and some of the mountains off in the distance. So I think we're going to aim for checking out that cable car right now and seeing how much it is to get up on that and see what kind of views we can find from up there. Okay, so we bought tickets to the cable car. It is $1.50 for one direction, $1.60. And if you want to come back round trip, it's $2.60. So y'all wait here for a few minutes for the car to come up, and then we'll take the elevator and go on up. And that pretty well wraps up this vlog of wandering around. We might have one more vlog coming from here in Puebla. It depends on how many more things I find wandering around, or if not, the next video will be coming out of La Paz over on the Baja Peninsula. We'll be heading there next week, and so I will see y'all either here or there next time.